Hello students, I am Rajiv Jha and today in this video I am going to discuss voltage droop characteristics and control of reactive power sharing in between two alternators. In my previous video, we already discussed on speed droop characteristics or you can say active power sharing. So this is the second part of droop characteristics video. I hope you will like this video. So let's continue. So this is topic of this video actually. Voltage droop characteristics of parallel connected alternator. Before starting this, first it will good if you see my previous video. At top of your screen, I am giving you link of that video actually, where you learn speed droop characteristics. Okay, that is the basic of this voltage droop characteristics actually. So let's start with this video, voltage droop characteristics. Okay, so here you see uh, this is the speed droop characteristics. The characteristic which is made between of voltage frequency and active power. Okay, this is the speed droop characteristics, and voltage droop characteristics is drop between of voltage and reactive power. Okay, so here you see actually by adjusting of droop setting of alternator by governor in my previous video you got state operating frequency and stable active power. But we know parallel connected alternator supply apparent power. So when we fix active power sharing here, okay, when we fix active power sharing here, we may get different current and power factor. Why it is so? Because of unequal sharing of reactive power. Okay, here you see the equal actually, but I'm taking the case of unequal sharing of reactive power. So in that case, unequal sharing of reactive power is due to the voltage drop of alternator when lagging power factor load connected in the system. So because of this, each alternator have different voltage droop characteristics or different voltage setting. Okay, that means if generator 1 has a voltage setting like this and generator 2 is not the same voltage setting, actually it is differ with this. So through this you can see the intersection point gets shifted to the left hand side, and generator 2 which have a large voltage setting supply more reactive power as compared to generator 1. So here you can see the unequal sharing of reacting power. This is uh, uh, due to the current large current flow or due to the power factor. We will see in detail in this video actually. So here the question is because of we see here unequal reactive power sharing in between of two alternator. So to control reactive power sharing, what should we do actually? So that is the question which is come into my mind. So first we will have to find common operating voltage. Okay, common operating voltage, that means we have to find this actually. So this common operating voltage we will find by using of AVR. Okay, by using of AVR, just like you can say for uh, speed droop characteristics, we find the common frequency by using of governor over there. So the same way by for finding the common operating voltage here in voltage droop characteristics we will have to find out by AVR, automatic voltage regulator. Okay, so in AVR voltage is setting by either potentiometer or voltage trimmer. Okay, large voltage drop can be adjusted by potentiometer and small voltage drop by voltage trimmer. Okay, so we will see. Okay, the question is how will AVR of alternator control voltage droop characteristics? Okay, that means how the process, how it control the voltage setting normal, or how it control the voltage setting and make both alternator voltage setting equal. So how it is so? So we know control of voltage droop characteristics means number one, if we talk about the control of terminal droop control of terminal voltage and second one is control of reactive power sharing. That means if we want to control the voltage groups characteristics, okay, that is done by the AVR. So there is a two target, or there is a two you can say the final target we have, conclusion we have. First is we will have to control the terminal voltage and we will have to control the reactive power sharing. How it is so? So in that case, we know E equal to, or E directly proportional to phi into omega. Omega is the rotational speed, phi is the flux, and phi is directly proportional to IF. So if we want to control the terminal voltage, we will have to control the EMF. And second way, second way you can understand this concept is when IF means the excitation. Okay, field current means excitation. So excitation, so by controlling excitation, AVR control the two characteristics of alternator. That means it can control the voltage, terminal voltage, and it can control the reactive power sharing by controlling of excitation. Okay, but we have one condition during this. Okay, during this action we have one condition, that is active power should be constant, because in my previous video you have in my previous slide, let me show you again. Here the active power, we control the active power sharing by using of speed group characteristics. Okay, so we cannot disturb that setting. Okay, so that's why here we want here to change the voltage group setting, voltage group characteristics, but we will have to make the active power constant. So how it is so, and how we control the excitation, we will see in my next slide. So in my next slide, you see, we talk about the active power should be constant. So how it is possible, and how we make active power constant in AVR, automatic voltage control. So okay, so here you see P equal to EV upon XS sin del, and this the second equation of P, that means the active power, is V into IA cos phi. We know the reactive power Q equal to V upon XS E cos del minus V. So here we see, okay, P upon V, no, P upon XS upon V. We want P is the active power. So we want active power constant. So P upon XS upon V equal to E sin del. Okay, only E sin del remaining here should be constant. Okay, because terminal voltage we want constant. Okay, by using of AVR, okay, AVR is the automatic voltage regulator actually. So here through this we can say E sin del should be constant. If we put E sin del constant by varying the excitation, then we can say active power, in that case active power will be constant and the terminal voltage will also be constant. Okay, and here you see the second equation we have seen V into IA cos phi. So in term of power factor, we see active power should be constant when and terminal voltage will be constant when IA cos phi will be constant. Okay, so these are the things you will have to remember. Okay, and AVR, you can say AVR uh, is very concentrate on these things. IS cos phi and E sin del should be constant to for the constant voltage, terminal, and active power. Okay, so AVR regulate voltage, and AVR regulate voltage such that E sin del constant, then by varying voltage group characteristics there will be no impact on active power sharing. Okay, that is the main thing which I want to actually emphasize it. Okay, if we change the voltage group characteristics, so there should be no impact on our active power sharing actually, which is already set by speed group characteristics of alternator by using of governor group setting. Okay, so now we will see how we do this. Okay, so here you see actually, so in my previous video Okay, previous video of excitation, we already discussed it. So here you see, if you want, I will give you a link at top of your screen. You may go and find the full detail of this phasor diagram over there. Okay, but now here you see, if excitation increases, okay, first for controlling the uh, reactive power sharing, we make a conclusion that we will have to control the field current, okay, or you can say the excitation. So if we increase the excitation, so what happened, load angle increases. Why we need a increase to why we need, or why we have a need of increase the excitation actually? Because this is the lagging power factor load. Okay, so lagging power factor load voltage is the drop of voltage occurred. So that's why we need to excite the we need to excitation increases. Okay, so here you see, actually, first of all I will give you, here you see, first the excitation is E1. Okay, here, and at that time the load torque or torque angle is del 1, and here you see this is the E cos del, and this one is E sin del, you see. Okay, so and then second one, okay, and second one is ia1, and here this is the cos phi, phi, the value of phi here is 0, so you cannot see this actually, but I have a main target is to control the ia cos phi constant. Okay, that two thing we make constant for constant terminal voltage and active power. Okay, so here you see, we increase excitation, so the terminal voltage constant, yes, it is constant. The value of voltage, terminal voltage is not increases here. And second one is E sin del constant, yes, E sin del constant. Third one is Ia cos phi constant, yes, Ia cos phi constant, cos phi 1 constant actually. So that is what the active power should be constant in this condition. Okay, so next one, again we excite the again we excite we increase the excitation, we see again E sin del constant, again we see Ia cos phi constant, again we see terminal voltage will be constant here. So through this way we increase the excitation, and E cos del, the value of E cos del in each case will be increase. Okay, so we know the reactive power equation. In reactive power equation, E cos del, in my previous slide you see, this is the reactive power equation, V upon X is E cos del minus V. So if we increase the V E cos del, then reactive power will also increase actually. Okay, so this is the main topic, this is the main criteria through which the reactive power sharing will be increases by increasing the excitation. Okay, so here you see, excitation increases, so the E cos del, the value of E cos del is also increases here. First E cos del value is this, then second one is this, and third one is this one, E cos del. Okay, so E cos, the value of E cos del will also increases here. So that means reactive power also increases. So through this way we control the reactive power by controlling the excitation, and this one is controlled by the AVR. Okay, automatic voltage regulator. So effect of power factor on unstable. So this is the okay, one more thing we have to clear here. Actually you also see, first the value of phi is 0, that one is the lowest one. Okay, when the excitation is this, when we increase the excitation, the value of phi will get increased, that means cos phi will get increased, or power factor will get increases. Okay, then sorry, cos phi will get decreases, sorry, decreases. Okay, cos phi will get decreases. So when we increase EMF again, excitation again actually, so again we say the power factor angle is increases, but cos phi will get reduced. That means if we increase the excitation, the power factor will also get affected or decrease. So through this way we can control the power factor here also. Okay, if you don't understand by this phasor diagram, so there is a easy way you can understand this actually. So here we describe what is the easy way actually. Here you see there is a two generator. Okay, this is the normal, you can say kVA. Here is the kVA actually. I miss it actually. kVA, or you can say the apparent power, and this one is the reactive power, this one is the active power actually, and this is the normal triangle. So this is the triangle for G1 is the generator 1, this is the triangle for generator 2. Okay, and this is the power factor angle, this is the power factor angle. Okay, initially both generator have the same power factor angle, same kVA, same active power, and all of them are will be same. But after, when you can say that when two generator are connected in parallel and load is connected, at that time by using of droop characteristics, at that time kilowatt will be same here. Okay, but when we, here you see, so kilowatt is same for both generator, but when we increase but at that time current is increases, or you can say the power factor is uh, current is increases. So because of increment in the current, armature current, the kVR reactive power will get increase. Okay, so reactive power increase in generator 1 here, and we know the total reactive power is constant. Okay, in your previous you can say characteristic, you see there is a two type of droop characteristics there. Okay, velocity characteristics, sorry, voltage characteristics. So the reactive power is same, or you can say the fixed in between of these two characteristics, or in between of this line. Okay, the reactive power is constant for load. Okay, so by using of by saying that if one generator increase the reactive power just because of it have a large current, in that case the second generator must be decrease their reactive power to maintain the constant reactive power flow by the two alternator actually, by connection of the parallel by connection of parallel alternator, we will have to supply a fixed reactive power, but their sharing are different. So if generator 1 sharing more reactive power, that means generator 2 should be, yeah, must be sharing less reactive power. So if generator 1 reacting sharing large reactive power, in that case we see here the you can say the power factor angle will get increase. That means power factor will get decrease for generator 1, and in generator 2 you see when you can say the reactive power will get decrease here, so that means the power factor is increase. So unequal power factor here you see from this type of power reactive power sharing, when kilowatt is fixed or is constant for both alternator. That means this is constant by the speed droop characteristics. So this is constant, but by varying of current, okay, because the load is changing or load is increased, in that case load is increased, the armature current is also increases, so the value of current is increases. So because of this, the reactive power here generator 1 have large reactive power and generator 2 have low reactive power, because the total reactive power should be would be constant. In that case power factor angle is increase in G1 or generator 1, so the power factor is decrease here, and generator 2 power factor will get increase. Okay, so here you see how the power factor will get affected by reacting power by you can say the by seeing the reactive power sharing will be unequal here. Okay, so because of this we see the power factor get affected. Okay, so the next one is here. So in my previous slide you have seen how the power factor get affected or depend on the reactive power sharing. So if we say the yes, one more thing we also want to share in my previous section actually. Here, for the same active power, here large reactive power will flow. That means generator 1 has, for the same active power is also we call it as a useful power. Okay, so for same useful power, G1 supply more power, actually more apparent power, and for same useful power or active power, G2 supply less power, less apparent power. So because of this, G1 gets hotter than G2, and at a certain limit G1 have a large ambient temperature. So this is not good for the alternator actually and the life of the alternator. So that's why we want to avoid it. Okay, so how we can do it actually we will see in my next. So to understand this concept we will have to make three case. Okay, so let me discuss the first one, case 1. In case 1 you see unequal no load voltage setting occur. Okay, unequal no load voltage setting, that means voltage of G1 is more as compared to voltage of G2. Okay, here you see the voltage of G1, here you see the voltage of G2 is smaller. Okay, so what happened when this when alternator is connected with this type of system, when the one alternator has a large or you can say the large voltage terminal voltage and the second alternator has small terminal voltage, in that case reactive power sharing by G1 is more. Okay, as compared to G2. That means we generator or alternator which have large voltage terminal voltage have always large reactive power sharing capacity. Okay, so reactive power sharing by G1 is more as compared to compare with G2. So power factor of G2 will be lower. That means G2 have low power factor. Okay, so due to this some active or useful power, large apparent power will be supplied by G1. So alternator will get hotter and ambient temperature of the alternator will get increase here. Okay, as I discussed earlier. So this is the second case. In second case here adjusting terminal voltage by AVR. Okay, automatic voltage regulator. So here we see we adjust this AVR by using a potentiometer and voltage trimmer. Okay, how we adjust the terminal voltage? So here we adjust, in my previous slide you see the voltage variation in the voltage, but here you see the voltage will be almost equal or you can exactly equal. So this is done by the use of AVR. So AVR adjusting this terminal voltage by using a potentiometer or second by using a voltage trimmer. For small voltage drop we use the voltage trimming. Okay, and for large voltage drop we use the potentiometer. So after adjustment of voltage setting, and if we will get equal kVr sharing in between both alternator, then power factor of that alternator must be equal. Okay, must be same. So condition is you can say this is the condition. If we equally share the sharing in between of kVAR, so power factor of that alternator must be same. So that is the condition of you can say if the power factor is same, only one condition, when just sharing of reactive power should be same for both alternator. Okay, so the next one is, this is the case 2, the next one is the case 3. This is the final case. Here you see the voltage terminal is same. Okay, the voltage terminal is same, but that also by using of, you can say, voltage trimmer or AVR, we we make the voltage terminal voltage setting same, but after that, also after that, we didn't get the equal kVAR or equal reactive power sharing. So unequal reactive power sharing, even terminal voltage setting of both alternator are same. In this case, for making equal sharing of reactive power, slope of voltage droop setting should be adjusted by potentiometer and voltage trimming of AVR again. Okay, so this through this way, you just imagine how the importance of voltage droop setting actually. So without voltage droop characteristics, you cannot imagine that any you can say that any two alternator, parallel connected alternator, makes a balancing power supply, or makes a balancing or stabilized reactive power sharing. Okay, without using of droop characteristics, droop characteristics, it is not possible. So in this case, we also discuss at the last one thing, that is what happen when both alternator are connected in exactly the same voltage. Okay, so if both alternator are connected exactly the same voltage, so here we see the voltage V1 for the generator 1, V2 for the generator 2, and this is the reactive power. Okay, reactive power, and this is one is the frequency, sorry, yeah, voltage. Okay, so here we call voltage droop setting. So if the voltage droop settings characteristics are flat, that means there is no drop, and the generator 1 and generator 2 both are the same voltage rating or same voltage terminal voltage actually. In that case, we will see, just like our previous video, we have a lots of common, or you can say the intersection point or common operating voltage, but the load sharing, or you can say the reactive power sharing, will get unstable here. So this is the answer why in practical, why the operation of the alternator is not correctly done actually, when the terminal voltage of both alternator will exactly equal duration of load after the load is connected. So before the load is connected, that is okay. When you connect the alternator, when you connect alternator in parallel, in that case there must be a condition that the terminal voltage should be you can say equal. But after, when that alternator is connected in parallel, and when that alternator, that parallel connected alternator connect with the load, in that case there must be difference between the terminal voltage. That is the condition actually we want to share in this at the last of this. So that's it now. If you have any queries, please mail me on my email id here. I will definitely do reply on your queries, and if you liked my video, so please press like button, and if you have any suggestion, please note it on my comment box. And at the last, thank you for seeing this video. Thank you.